The tea with Novi and Jordy.
I'm so listening to this.
I only do bougie.
I honestly don't really like anyone.
Because fuck everyone else.
I'm a bad bitch. I'm just letting my lashes grow.
If it's not pink,
And glittery?
we don't want it. This was not on my itinerary.
Don't be such a fucking brat.
Oh my god.
Hey, brats! Welcome back to episode 3.
Thanks for coming back if you're here again.
Again.
Let's start with a bottoms up. Cheers.
I just spilled that all over me. I feel like I do that
Kinda
every
dribbled.
fucking week, bro.
Kind of dribbled down my lip.
Whoa.
Whoa. Well, welcome back. This week is going to be fun.
Honestly, we totally thought about a completely different episode. And I got to Jordan's house and she looked at me and she's like, we're changing the topic.
Literally, like, I don't know. I just feel like this is what we need to talk about this week. Like, we've been hot on talking about it with each other for a while. Let's throw into it. But before that, let's hot topic really quick. Let's just bring up the whole Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion drama.
I think it's a good one too because I'm a big Megan fan and
I'm a Barb, like, through and through.
She's all about Nicki.
Like, that's my favorite female rapper. But let me tell you,
she got dragged.
well, not only that, but like, she wouldn't have even gotten as dragged as she did if she would have held herself a little bit better. Like, the fact that she is going about everything the way she is, it's giving desperate. It's giving not queen energy like she puts off. Do not make yourself look like you are a queen acting as a peasant.
But at the same time, I'm sorry. I don't understand how Nicki can talk about Megan's mom.
Period. I mean, there's a lot of lows, but talking about don't speak ill on the dead. Like, she came onto her live saying something regarding to resuscitating Megan's mom and apologizing to her for something that Megan had done.
Who are you to fucking bring up what Megan did to her mom or anything along
Right.
those lines? It had nothing to do with you. So for you to bring up her mom that's dead is a whole nother scoop of low.
None of your business. Regardless, it makes you look like a sad bitch. And
Yeah.
I love you. Like, I am a Barb through and through, but your Barbs even are over here like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but I'm sorry you got mad that your husband and your brother are fucking weirdos.
Right.
Like, she didn't even say your fucking name. Sorry that
the
your
line
shoe fits.
the line in her song is, these hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes be mad at Megan's Law, which Megan's Law has to do with being on the sex offender registry, which, yes, both Nicki Minaj's husband and brother are both on the sex offender registry. The fact that she didn't even throw an actual dig at her and she still took it offensively, that's on you.
If the shoe fits, tie that bitch up and wear it. I
Run
always
a
say that
fucking
shit.
marathon in that bitch.
Facts. I feel like this kind of ties into this week, honestly.
Absolutely. I feel like friendship breakups are going to be the topic this week. I've been through some rough friendship breakups.
I don't know. If you know me, you know that I don't fucking like people. So I have a lot of acquaintances, but
You're like, she's like a person, if she likes you, she likes you. Like, she fucks with you.
You're in my fucking circle, I will ride hard for you.
Period.
But if I don't like you, I don't like you.
Right.
And I have a lot of acquaintances. I have a lot of people that, like, you're cool. I'm going to say what's up when I see you. But for, like, my friends and my tight circle, there's only a few in there. And so I haven't really had, like, a lot of friend breakups, but the ones that I did have definitely have fucked me up.
Right. It doesn't even have to be like an extensive, like, hard friend breakup. Like, it could be, me and this girl don't vibe anymore. Like, we only ever bond if we're drinking, or we only ever bond if
XYZ.
Right. You know, those are a lot of friendships that I had to take out of my life because I didn't see any growth past
Us sitting there
partying.
drinking.
Partying.
Yeah.
Period. And so, you know, in my young era, I found a lot of those. And also, sometimes you just don't vibe with people, and that's okay. Like, it's hard to learn how to cut off those friendships and just kind of put them to bed and not wish those people ill will, but at the same time telling them that you guys aren't going on the same path.
Right.
And, I feel like when you have kids,
That one's hard.
that one's hard because you almost feel like you're in a different world than other people
Mm-hmm.
who don't have kids
Right.
yet, and your friends who don't have kids yet. And that's not saying you can't have friends that don't have kids, but
It's just two different worlds. I mean, on a Saturday with a kid, with somebody that doesn't have kids, they're probably going to go to the bar. They're probably going to go party or whatsoever. My Saturday night is kicking it at my house, probably cleaning my house, watching a movie with my son. Like,
right.
it's just two different worlds.
The friendships that not that don't benefit you, because that almost sounds
Fucked up.
or selfish. But yeah, if they don't bring you any value, if you aren't bringing any value to me as I am bringing to you, or almost the reciprocating type of thing, the same kind of energy that I'm putting out to you, I'm at the point in my life where I kind of just want to put those to bed. You know what I mean? Like, they don't deserve like any of my time or
And
energy.
what's crazy is that, bro, these people are homies. The joy is that we don't fucking share blood. We can literally go separate ways and we never have to fucking talk again. We never have to see each other again. I was best friends with this girl in high school. I mean, me and her didn't really like end badly. We were best friends in high school though. I mean, inseparable.
Right, like I was saying, you
Two
don't
peas in a
wish
pod.
people ill will. You just fall off on different paths.
I don't really even remember what we fell off on, but I do remember I almost beat her up in the fucking locker room and I got kicked, like literally kicked out of PE for the rest of the year, got an F on my transcript for it. Like,
Right.
You're not allowed back at PE. But after that, like, me and her just never like started talking again. And it's
Right.
weird because we had a lot of fallouts back in high school and stuff. But after that one fallout, we just went our separate ways. So
It's hard.
it is.
Friendship, like the thing about friendship breakups is, you spend the first 15, 20 years of your life knowing, I'm going to find a boy at some point. But when you find a friend and you find a good friend who is your rock, your solid, your ride or die, you guys create this almost relationship more than you would with a boyfriend or somebody who
Your family,
anybody. You tell this person literally they know everything about you, dude.
Right. I have told like you or like, my other homies, you guys know 10 times more than my family and I have fucking 12 siblings. So I have a lot of people I could tell.
Right.
And I still tell my homegirls more than I would tell my family.
Right.
I feel like when you have that breakup with somebody that's such a strong bond, it's usually something fucking traumatic.
Very. Our trauma stories today
is the same fucking human being. Like, can I just talk about real quick that I'm a bitch, you're a bitch, and we're twin sisters?
I'm a bitch, you're a bitch, and we both twin sisters.
And I'm sorry, but to the one that tried to fucking dog us on that, bro, I'm gonna ride with that for the rest of my life. Like, thank you, baby girl.
You just gave us a theme song. No, her name is
Herbie. We talked about her in last episode, first episode, one of the episodes. I brought her up a little bit on, it was last episode, and you asked like what beef I have, and I kind of talked on it just briefly, but I can say that there's just, I don't know, like there's more to it. I guess you could say it was like a quick little story, but that shit really fucked me up. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. Like, that shit fucked me up. That was literally my sister, ride or die. I mean, her family fucking, we did holidays together. I lived with her through high school, like straight ride or die. And for something so traumatic to happen in my life, it's just, I could never fucking do it to somebody else. Like, that's just, that's the hard part of breakups is like, I would never fucking do what you've done to me.
Right. And especially in such hard times, like,
losing someone is a whole different ballgame. Like, I don't know. Of course, everybody knows that death happens, right? That's when we're born. That's what we're going to fucking do. We're all going to die, right?
It's part of life.
But when it fucking happens, that shit takes a toll on you. And it hasn't even been 5 months and I still cry about it. I mean, I literally just texted you 2 days ago that I fucking miss Andrew. So that shit is still fucking with me. And I still have day one feelings like it just happened today. So for you to not be there, it's just, I don't know. I could never do that to somebody else. Like, I couldn't imagine you losing Shasta and me just never being there for you. Right.
I don't know what I would have done without November and without,
your circle.
My circle when my best friend passed away. Like, dog, I wouldn't have got through that shit.
No, like literally. And it's sad because like you're still going through it, you know? Like it doesn't
Right.
just fucking stop. And a lot of people
No.
bring that up, you know, like
Same like you just said. Like, I sent you pictures.
in videos of her just last night, you
Yeah.
know? And a lot of people like to bring up how long you're supposed to grieve. And there's not a fucking time limit on it. You know, some people it's going to hit them for a month and some people it's going to hit them for fucking 5 years or a lifetime.
When my mom died, I was 15. So I didn't know shit. Like, I
Right.
didn't know anything.
Right.
And the first 2 years it was hard, but it was more of like, okay, my mom's gone. I need to learn how to maneuver through life without her. But I didn't actually deal with it till a couple months ago.
Right.
And
I feel
it's
like
been-
even now you don't like
It's been going on 11 years tomorrow.
holy shit, no way. That's
Yeah.
crazy. We'll set some balloons off for her.
So yeah, no, crazy, but grieving has no time, and it doesn't get easier. You get used to it, is
Right.
how I put it.
And it's crazy because so I was best friends with another girl named Kate. And me and her were two peas in a fucking pod. Like straight up pretty much since day one. We moved to Hawaii together. We got matching tattoos. We have done fucking anything and everything together all the way to fucking
Texas
move-
to
Texas
from
to moving
wherever.
to Hawaii to being strippers, we've done it all. And she knows anything.
Certainly are.
But she knows everything about me. And me and her had a fallout. And it wasn't really even a fallout. It really was because, like what you were talking about in the beginning, when you have a baby and someone that doesn't have a baby, you just live two different lives.
Completely.
And so we didn't like ever have a fallout. We didn't ever fight or have an argument or anything that ended it. It was just I became a mom and she was still living her life. She lived up in Portland. And so I had my own personal, but she lived in Portland and I had a baby. And of course I had my own feelings towards it. And so instead of talking about it, I pretty much just didn't talk to her at all.
Right.
Instead of telling her like, bitch, you're my best friend. What the fuck? You're supposed to be here.
Right.
Like, I have a baby. This is supposed to be like your
Be
fucking...
next to me. I don't care if you don't have one.
Right. And so me and her ended up having a fallout, but I can say literally me and her ended up talking again and stuff when I lost Andrew. She
Right.
was one of the first people to fucking reach out to me and straight up be like, I'm so sorry.
You're right.
I'm here for you every step of the way. She lost a significant other, R.I.P. Talon, furious motherfucking Talon.
Rest in peace, Talon.
He was a fucking badass. But she lost her significant other, so she understands a lot of what I'm going through. And I mean, it's been a few years now that Talon's been gone and she still goes through it. So
yeah.
me and her ended up rekindling and now we're back to fucking like we never skipped a beat.
Right.
I talk to her every day, all day long. But yeah, it's just crazy how traumatic things in your life happens and how many people you gain and lose in the same situation.
I feel that.
Why don't you like Herbie? See, and mine was like a personal, like that was I have my own feelings towards it and like that was a fucked up feeling. What she did to you is a whole different fucking ball game. Like,
So let's just jump right into it. Miss Herbie. Herbie and I had known each other probably the same amount of time, her and Nove, but we weren't really, really close.
Until like a couple years ago.
Yeah, we became pretty close when...
That's when me and you started kicking it.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Before Addie, so 5+ years ago.
Yeah. And I ended up starting to work at RVC.
Rogue Valley Cannabis.
Whoop, whoop.
I will say that's a dope-ass dispensary. Everybody that I know that worked there loved it. Now they don't fuck with it, but it was a dope dispensary. It was a dope place to work.
Yeah. Be behind the counter and you'll see why everybody left. But it was a cool dispensary. It really got my foot in the door for working in the cannabis industry because after that is when I went in, started being a lab tech at Higher Cultures.
Oh, that's sick.
And got to work in the lab with all the dabs.
See, that's what I was doing, but I was at Funk Extracts.
Okay, yeah, and I got to learn how to like make the distillate, and it was really cool. I liked it. I fucked with it.
You become a little chemist.
You do. You feel really cool, and you're like, I'm a lab tech. Anyways, I'll just touch on it a little bit with Herbie because I don't really like to give her a lot of my time. Um, she is definitely somebody who, right after I had went through the situation I had went through with Destiny that I had talked about a couple episodes ago, I was dating a dude, and I had found out later on when Herbie and I Herbie and I had worked together, mind you, at RVC. We were like hand in hand, the two blonde besties
Right.
at RVC. And we were sitting in the back room, and I had gotten a text letting me know that, my little work bestie
Your bestie that's sitting right next to you.
was a scandalous ass bitch.
Literally.
And at this time, she had sat there and denied it up and down that she had ever done anything behind my back with dude.
What did text say? You never said what the text said.
The text had said, basically explaining that this dude and her had done it all. They were literally holding hands like behind my physical back
I can't.
when, me and her boyfriend were sitting right there. And just, it was a literal like book full of shit. And she denied it, but her reaction to me after I had read her that text message told me everything I needed to know.
Yep. Your reaction is. Your
And
reaction
then
will snitch on you.
she goes into our manager's office, tells her manager how truly sick she is, and bails on work for the day. And
I bet you are sick to your fucking stomach. You just got caught, bitch.
I quit that day. So, and
Seriously?
yes,
That's crazy. I never knew that you quit.
yeah,
I mean, I knew you quit, but not that day.
right.
See, and that's what I'm saying. And it's fucked up because that's happened to you twice.
It literally happened to me like twice in a row, and so I have like really like hard trauma with my friendship, like really hard trauma with friendship.
Good thing I
And-
would never go after your fucking husband.
Right.
Like ever.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I dated her husband though.
Yeah.
In like 7th grade.
Yeah, dude. They did date.
But we were like those little kid relationships, never held hands, never kissed, played basketball on the basketball court. Like I would
Yeah.
watch him play basketball. Like,
He
oh
to-
my God.
He was like, we dated for like a week. Yes.
Literally, like a week, I
And
think.
then I broke up with her over text.
No, I think he called me.
It was like,
No, he literally was like, I'm sorry, this isn't going to work out. I'm too old for you. Homie, you're like a year older than me. I think literally like a year older. We were in the same grade. Like, bro, come on. You could come up with a better excuse. Again, we were like a fake relationship. Like,
literally.
you could have broke up
on.
with me for fucking anything. Like, literally anything.
Middle school relationships. They
But
were
yeah.
the vibe.
Fun fact, I dated her husband. I would never, ever go after her fucking husband now. So
Right.
she don't got to worry about me.
No, I don't. But I do. I keep my head on a triple swivel because I just don't know who actually has my back, who's actually looking out for me, or who's here to,
Backstab the fuck out of me.
period. I have more trauma with friendships than I do with anything in my life.
See, that sucks.
And I've been through my mom dying, my best friend dying. I've been through a lot of shit, sexual assault, so many things that we're going to touch on. And
It's so crazy. Me and Jordan have been through pretty much the same shit.
Yeah.
Besides, she grew up without a mom, and I grew up without my biological father. So,
very rough, but very different perspectives. Like,
Mhm.
we've been through a lot of the same stuff, but like, she's a boy mom, I'm a girl mom. Just like, you can see two completely different like views of the same thing.
right. Which is
So,
cool.
I also kind of want to touch on the fact that, your friends are supposed to be there for you through thick and thin. And, I've had a friendship or two where my friends weren't there for me through thick and thin. They abandoned me, or not abandoned me, I won't say that, but like left me out to dry on times where I needed them really bad. And they knew I needed them because I had made a decision for myself that they weren't happy with. And that's selfish on your part as a friend. If you especially if it has to do with a relationship. My husband and I had gone through a really rough patch, and I'm sure anybody who knows us knows that.
It was rough.
And through that time, I was really good friends with somebody who decided to just basically up and tell me it's me or him. And that's not fair. And I'm not somebody who is ever okay with or going to be given an ultimatum.
Let alone with your husband, it's literally till death do us apart for
My-
a reason.
My husband and I, like I've touched on in other episodes, have been through the fucking
Ringer.
the ringer, dude. But we're here today. We're happy. We are
Thriving.
raising our kids. We are thriving. So, to the people who, to anybody who gives somebody an old tomato, I say,
She said an old tomato.
you're not a good friend.
Not just that, your job as a friend is to literally be there for somebody and support them through thick and thin. Whether you fucking agree with it or not, you're literally like, yes,
to a point,
bitch.
right? To a point. I'm going to tell you if I think you're making a bad decision, 110%.
But I'm still going to support you through whatever fucking decision you
Abso-fucking-lutely.
decide. And that's what I was trying to, like, no matter if it's the fucking decision that I think you're a dumbass bitch, I'm going to tell you that you're a dumbass bitch, but I'm going to support you. Shit, we can walk in it together.
Huh, we gonna be dumb bitches together.
But just know the whole time I'm going to be like, I fucking told you, bitch.
No, for sure. Like, write Dumb and Dumber on our fucking foreheads, but I'm gonna be with you through it.
Right.
So,
Me and somebody had a break off. I want to call her fucking Sammy. Don't know why her name's Sammy, but her name is Sammy today. And me and her were super fucking close. She was the first person that I called when I found out I was pregnant.
right.
And I got super fucking close with her kids. She had her son before I had kids. It was super weird how we ended up meeting. Me and her ended up meeting because pretty much somebody that she called her uncle, I started dating. Super fucking weird. And she ended up moving in, like roommating with everybody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's how you guys
and
met.
so I remember her dad ended up telling us, he was like, hey, my son, and his girlfriend and their baby are moving in. And I remember was like, me and her are not going to get along. What the fuck? I don't get
Right.
along with bitches. What the hell? Me and her
Fuck
ended
a
up
bitch.
literally two peas in a pod.
Right.
Like, we would always go outside.
I love her. I don't have any ill will towards her because her and I have never been through anything.
And really, I don't have any ill will towards her either. We just kind of went our separate ways.
Right.
The only thing is that it's one of those things that you say, you put in the effort and I expect the same effort.
Reciprocation.
And there just wasn't that. Every single time something came up, whether it was my son's birthday, my gender reveal, my baby shower, like anything, she was never fucking there. But I will show up for you and your kids. And that's just...
For anything.
I can't. Right. And so my son's last birthday, she ended up coming up with some fucking excuse about 30 minutes before my son's birthday party. Mind you, hella people didn't show up this year.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucked up, plain and simple.
It was me.
And like fucking a few people.
Your
like,
sister came down from California and Hannah and Miranda.
Hannah, Stephanie.
Right.
Like my fucking main group. My main
Jerica
people.
Came.
Yeah. So, she had some fucking excuse. And after that, I didn't even text her back. And she's very famous for like, anytime something fucking happens, she'll just delete you. She'll delete you off Facebook. She'll delete you off Snapchat. Like, you'll go to message her and be like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm deleted.
Right.
And that's pretty much what happened. I just got deleted off her social media. And that means we're not friends in real life. If we're not friends on social media, we're not friends in real life. But
you can't see my shit now.
You're blocked. But no, me and her ended up just kind of having a fallout.
Blocked.
And even now, that one's fucked me up just because I am hella close with her kids. My son was super close with her and her husband, and I was at her house all the fucking time. Who knows? We might rekindle because again, we didn't really have like a main fallout. Just, bitch, I want some more effort. Fuck.
Yeah, no, reciprocation is huge. And, I honestly kind of want to touch on a little bit of a different fact not fact, but a little bit of a different topic, which is
How do you feel about disciplining people's kids?
so for me, I, as a friend, you're going to drop your kids off at a babysitter. Or for me, I've never had a babysitter. It's always been Mima or a friend. And when you drop them off, you have this view. And this view tells you that you're able to trust this person with your whole entire life because that is exactly what your kids are.
Right.
And to have that broken. So let me backtrack a little bit. When I drop my kids off with you, I use the famous line that anybody in, 80s to 90s uses. They're bad, whoop their ass. They're here, put them to work. Yada, 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 etc.
Make them do the chores,
Period. Do I mean it when I say beat their ass? No, I don't mean it. You should know by common sense that I don't mean actually beat my kid's ass. First of all, if I don't beat my kid's ass, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
And November knows, I'm a very, easy parent, okay? My babies get what they want.
And so Auntie comes over, and the difference is that I would never lay my hands on Addie ever. You're not my fucking kid.
Right. So
I don't
anybody, let me touch on anybody, even friend. Even for me, family. If it is not your child, do not feel comfortable disciplining them in a way that you wouldn't want somebody else to discipline your child.
Facts.
And I know
Say that louder for the ones in the back.
that could open that, take that with a grain of salt, and maybe that could be a little bit of an eye opener, take on to what you would want other people to act, just like the old preschool saying goes, if, treat other people how you want to be treated.
And I'm not saying don't fucking discipline my child
At
by any
all.
means. If my son is acting up, put him on the fucking corner. Put him in the room. There's other ways to discipline a child than to fucking lay your hands on them. Because I'm telling you right now, you lay your hands on my son, and when I pick up my son, I'm going to lay my hands on you.
Right.
And let's see how you like it. I have dropped friends. I do not talk to people. I've dropped family. I've dropped, plain and simple, don't fucking touch my kid.
Yeah.
There's not really anywhere in between. Don't fucking touch my kid. I don't know how else to put that.
At all whatsoever, Timeout. I do timeout, hugely. I'm a timeout girl. Go to timeout. Go to the corner for 2 seconds, and then
That's where Auntie comes in. Right
Yeah.
now, Addie is learning that when Auntie's here, timeout means that you go to your room until we let you out. Because her timeout is I'm going to go to my room, I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to walk right back out and do whatever the fuck I want.
And I'm just bad. I was raised when I was Addie's age until I got with my dad in a way I not only did I didn't have discipline, and I also didn't have guidance. So I am trying to find the fine line between being my child's friend and being her parent, because
Something
there is a fine line between that. And people say you can't be both, but I don't believe that.
I was just going to say that. My mom's famous line growing up was, I'm not your friend, I'm your mom. And I don't know. I could never say that to my son. I want to be your friend. What
I
the fuck?
want my kids to trust me. I want my kids to confide in me, and I want...
Not even just that. I want you to be able to tell me literally anything, whether it's fucking tea at school or... I don't really give a fuck what it is. My niece, I've raised my niece her whole life, and I'm still my niece's friend. Misha. But I'm still her friend, I parent her, and she definitely doesn't fucking like it. I parent her, but at the same time, I will sit there and bullshit with her. If you want to talk about the tea at school and you want to talk about fucking Gloria,
you have to
flirting
know
with Matt.
You have to know where your boundary is. You have to know when that boundary is going to be crossed between being a friend and being a parent.
Because
there are certain situations where, sure as shit, I'm going to be your parent and I'm going to tell you no, or I'm going to tell you that's not okay, or you can't go do that. at the same time, I'm not trying to be a drill sergeant is my point. Like
Right.
I don't want to instill fear into my kids. I want them to respect me. And I grew up around all adults, even my dad, who I heavily respect, who he grew up in a house being told, you are a child. I don't need to respect you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm your parent. You need to respect me. And we're all human. We need to
Right.
respect each other in a very equal way if we ever expect any type of progress.
100%. Me and my mom got into it on New Year's,
And I mean, got into it, dog.
and we finally had to, one, have a fucking talk after the fact. And I had to tell her, now is the time that, yes, you're my parent. 100%. You will be my mom until the day that I fucking die. I will come to you for advice. I will come to you for help, all the things. But I'm now an adult, and there's now that line where you can't really parent me anymore. Right? Like, it's almost to that point where you're more my friend than my parent because I'm fucking grown.
My dad is my best friend. Like,
Right.
my dad,
You get
that's
to that
an
point.
example. My dad's a good example of, like, my dad knows that we are past that point where he needs to be my parent. Even when he tries to be my parent, he doesn't do it in a way of, like, I'm trying to tell you what you need to do. He does it in a way of, like, I'm trying to guide you in the right direction based off of my experiences and what I've been through because I want you to be successful.
Right.
And
My mom is learning that.
right. And I learn a lot from my dad. I aspire to be I can't say the type of parent my dad is because my dad is a money hungry man. Like that. My dad came from dirt nothing, like literally, like didn't have shoelaces on his shoes. And so my dad is the type of man that now that he's rich and he has a lot of money,
He ain't gonna stop.
he would do anything to keep that. And so that has made him kind of not a bad parent at all by any means, but I have little sisters and I have an older sister, and both my older sister and my little sisters don't really get at this point why he does what he does or why he's at where he's at. And I think at some point in their lives they will, once they get the chance to get to know my dad, because now that I've gotten the chance to like actually get to know my dad, he, like I said,
He's a fucking badass.
he's the best person I know.
Truly. I adore Jesse. He has brought me into the family since day one.
To say the least. Yeah. So
What kind of friend were you growing up? Did you have a lot of friends? Like,
no,
were you the ideal friend?
no. Until I got to high school, no. Like I was bullied actually quite a bit for. I wouldn't say so much as bullied. I was just, how in your friend group, there's just that friend,
You're the Huff.
the outsider. You are just the outsider.
Have you seen
like,
that movie?
I
The
haven't.
Duff?
No.
The designated ugly fat friend.
Well, I've never been fat.
But no,
And-
I'm just saying it's like the oddball out of the group,
Very much so. Like, you in a group of friends are talking and you talk and nobody hears you.
Stop.
I was that type of friend in like elementary school and middle school. Like I had eaten lunch in the bathroom like typical eating lunch in the bathroom by myself like multiple times because I didn't have friends in middle school, especially when I had moved up to Portland and I didn't know anybody. I ate lunch in the bathroom stall like Lindsay Lohan from fucking Mean Girls. I could tell you more times than I can count. Like, I had no friends up there. I was so lonely. And right before I moved, actually, I met this girl. Her name was Celia. Celia Tonkin, actually.
Oh.
You know Tonkin Truck?
Yeah.
Her family owns part of Tonkin Trucks. And this girl took me to her, like, mansion ranch. I don't know what the fuck it was. And then I went home for my stepmom to tell me we were moving back. And I was like, I just made friends with this really cool girl named Celia Tonkin something. And no, but I had moved back from being in Portland, and when I had moved back, I started to kind of make friends, and then I was really good friends with Lizzie Bickle, actually. We used to eat lunch every day together, 8th grade at Hedrick. And, at that point, I kind of got close with people, but yeah, I was just kind of not the cool friend. But when I got to high school, I was a little bit more known in high school just due to
Living in the valley.
the living in the valley, etc. So yeah, no. What kind of friend were you? Like, did you have a lot of friends growing up?
So I got bullied from second grade.
Because I feel like when you watch like movies growing up and stuff, you get this idea of like,
how friends are.
well, and like just like fairy tale love. Like you think that you're gonna go to school and have this core friend group, and you guys are gonna make friendship bracelets every weekend, and you're gonna go to soccer games, and you're gonna be on the same team. And it just wasn't like that for me at all.
See, so growing up, I was bullied from second to 8th grade. Like, super fucking bad bullied. I remember I used to literally cry to go to school. Like, it was fucking bad. Mind you, my whole life I moved all over the place.
Right.
We didn't stay for
Which is hard. Like it's so hard to
I
make
was
friends that
always
way. I can't
the
imagine.
new girl. Like, constantly. I was always the fucking new girl at school. I went to, I think it was like, I'm not over exaggerating, like 8 or 9 middle schools from like 6th to 8th grade.
That's crazy.
So, and that's also from moving from California to Oregon, back to California, back to Oregon. And so going from California to Oregon, one is two different fucking worlds. Oregon is very slower pace and a lot of weird kids. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but moving from like Sacramento with like the thug appeal and kids are just, we were just cooler than you guys. I don't fucking know. But moving here, I got bullied really fucking bad my 8th grade year. Like, super fucking bad. I got bullied by, bro, we're not going to we'll name drop one of them, but I got bullied by this kid named Ray Crawford, okay? And I don't even know how the fuck this kid bullied me.
Ray was on my dad's Junior Comets team, okay?
He was fucking mean.
He was an asshole, dude.
Like mean.
Like mean girl energy. Like he was like made you go home and cry type of mean.
He really did make me go home and cry.
No, for sure.
Which is so crazy because the man is like 4'11". Like I don't even understand how you could be so mean. I should have fucking kicked you across the football field.
He's like 4'11" and like albino.
Like what the fuck? I cannot think who it is. Oh my god, I remember who it is. Summer's baby daddy, like my niece. That's 15 and pregnant. Another fucking world.
Another
her baby daddy
episode.
Is Ray Crawford's little brother.
No, you're joking.
I swear to fucking god. When he told me that, I literally almost kicked him out of my car. Like, I'm not kidding. I like looked at him and I was like, I should kick you out of my car right now.
Such a small fucking valley we live in. We live in like a little fucking bowl.
But yeah, so I got bullied really fucking bad from like 2nd to 8th grade. And then high school came and I became the bully. Like, I'm not fucking kidding. Freshman year came and I was like, fuck you guys. You guys want to bully me? I'll become the bully. And let me tell you, I did that shit so much fucking better than all you guys. Like, I was the meanest bitch. I was the meanest bully. Everybody still to this day is like, bro, you were a fucking bitch.
No, legit. You are just not somebody who will ever take the higher road.
No, I will become bigger and better. So yeah, high school came. I became the fucking bully. And then sophomore year, I started smoking weed. And after that, I was chill as fuck. Yeah. Everyone loved me.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I went to school, did my work. I loved doing work.
I can't say that I like never bullied, but okay, my stepbrother in high school would wear head to toe a suit.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God. Like he would wear
like a wedding suit?
Yes. Like he would wear the fedora. He would wear the suit shirt, a blazer, nice slacks, and dress shoes. Swear to fucking God.
Stop.
Well, of course he got bullied, and
I would hope so.
Kind of like you, I was like, I got bullied my whole life. Not like I'm not going to join in on it. So, yeah, no, it happened. He was very mean to me. When we were in the car on a road trip one time, He hit me over the side of the head with a fucking Arizona can because I wanted him to roll down the window because his feet stank.
Stop.
I swear to God. He literally.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dead. So, I wasn't what you would call cool for school growing up.
We were
But
too cool for school.
yeah, too motherfucking cool.
But I think that's why I'm such a good friend nowadays, though. To be honest, I know what it's like to not fucking have anybody. And that's a shitty
I do
feeling.
too. And, then I go through, at first I go through this bullying drama, and then I have to go through Herbie drama and Destiny drama. And so for me, I'm just like, fuck a friend. I'm traumatized. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. We don't want any more new friends.
Don't talk to me.
What's that song?
Stop. Don't talk to me. Yes. I'm like, you are correct.
You're picking up what I'm dropping down.
Yeah.
So let's end this with what was not on your itinerary this week?
Not on my itinerary this week was the fact that my husband called me from,
oh my God,
fucking Tampa Beach, Florida, mind you, and Miami, where they're also going, and it's like, hey babe, I know that I've been gone for a month, but
since literally on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I know that I've been gone for a month, but I'm gonna be about 3 more weeks.
Mind you, he's supposed to come home literally today, actually.
Right, and I'm very thankful for what my husband does. Like he paid them bills, but it's really hard to have him gone for 2 months straight and
she gets
he's
to
gone.
live my life. But the thing is your husband gets to come home and he's paying your bills. Homegirl, I do not got a husband coming home and I don't got a husband paying my bills. So if anybody wants to be my sugar daddy, let me know. DMs are always open.
This bitch. What wasn't on your itinerary this week?
Oh my God. So last week, I'm pretty sure it was last week, we talked about the fact that Addie chopped her hair off.
Yeah.
Right? And it was ha ha ha, so funny.
Ha ha, so funny.
Not until it happens to you. Okay, right. So
she was like, it's haha, but not funny.
Not funny, haha. My son had really fucking long hair, and I was getting ready to go give him a haircut. And so he went to his dad's house. Literally, I tell his dad, like, hey, I'm going to send you money. I got him a fucking haircut. His hair was nice and long, so it was going to be fucking sick, right? And Daryl ends up texting me, I'm not even joking, like a fucking hour later, and he's like, I have to cut Yosai's hair. What do you mean you have to cut Yosai's hair? He has a fucking appointment. You don't need to cut his hair. Do not touch it. And he's like, no, like I have to cut his hair. He just grabbed my clippers and fucking, bro, at least like Addie like cut up, he like nicked it all over his fucking head. So it looks like he has scars all over his fucking head. And Daryl, like you honestly could have hit it with his hair. Like when you combed it to one like little side,
right?
You can hide it. It looked fine. And then Daryl decided to buzz it all off. And now my son looks like a fucking cancer patient and that he has scars all over his fucking head.
Stop.
So glad there's no fucking holidays near. We don't have to post any pictures.
That's me. I mean, we're taking my daughter to Disneyland for her birthday. And I'm nervous because I wanted to take her to the Bippity Boppity Boutique. And they have to put their hair in a little sock bun. And that hair is not going in no motherfucking sock bun. And
Bippity Boppity Boutique is not on your fucking
itinerary,
baby.
No. So, thank you for tuning in. I know that this was kind of more of a improvised episode this week because
it was just something that we needed to talk about.
Right.
I feel like it was something that's always on our mind, and me and her talk about it on a one-on-one basis. So
Constantly.
might as well fucking bring it to the episode.
Right.
I feel like this one is going to be like kind of all over the place.
Right.
We didn't have anything lined up. I literally came here and we're like, this is what we're doing.
Right. We didn't really put we kind of put a label on it. Friendship and friendship breakups, but
this was just about life. I feel like also a lot of people though constantly message and want to know our life. There's a lot of things that you guys want us to talk about. How I left my baby daddy, why we're not together anymore. People have asked me like, why are you a fucking single mom?
So yeah, we're just trying to kind of touch on, what we think you guys want to hear each week. And next week, we got a lot of requests for doing conspiracy theories.
So many. And like you guys know, I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist ever.
So next week, we promise we will give it to you guys.
We will. We'll be bringing up the good old Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, our opinion on her kind of
changed.
We flip-flopped. We're not normally flip-floppers, but we flipped the fucking flop because...
And it was so crazy because we did it like this same fucking night. Like, she woke up and I'm like, bro, we need to do one about Gypsy Rose. She's like, I'm down. I'm like, and I don't fucking like the bitch.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that bitch no more.
So next week it will be about Gypsy Rose and some good old conspiracy theories. So if you guys have any conspiracy theories you guys want us to touch on, or
comment down below, because
crazy fucking ones, we want to hear them all.
We love you guys.
Love you so much.
Bye.
See you next week.